It's so weird. It's like Kentucky Fried Chicken is like popping up everywhere. Just like A&W was popping up, now it's like PFK or KFC. You know what I mean? That was kind of funny. You didn't see that. I don't know if you saw me move around. It's because I was at a corner and everyone was frustrated. And right now I don't give a fuck, so I just stand there and just kept filming. That's kind of how angry I am right now. I'm just kind of like, meh. I guess because I just uploaded a video this morning. Well, no, when I got to the gym about why my YouTube channel is not working, so I guess the anger with that is still there. So I figured I'd roll with it, you know, lean into that, see where that goes. Yeah, right now I got my red book, a little change purse, some cash, and a bag. And I'm off to get some bagels right there. So I just got myself 6 Montreal style, because they're kind of doughy. That's the Montreal style. Sesame seed bagels and some smoked salmon cream cheese. That's my usual. Well, my shoes just dropped out of my bag because I have everything on the snowy ground. They just fell out of the bag, but anyways. So I'm fumbling the ball. You can tell that because I'm completely disoriented. So I have my cash, and it was $15.24. It was like paying with the card, and I'm like, no, cash. But then it got off. He removed the price from the screen. I was like, how much was it? It said $15.24, and I'm like, shit. I have a quarter, because we don't give pennies here, so you round it up or down, depending, I guess. And so I'm fumbling. Well, I had my little change pocket with me in my hand, so I take out a quarter. So that was good on me to have it all prepared. Then I'm like, oh, he gives me a $5 bill. I'm like, oh shit, I can't give a tip. I give a tip to there just because that's the only place I do. Even though it takes only 2 seconds. It looks weird, especially when I'm, have cash right in front. It's like, so I pull out what you call a loonie and a toonie. So a $1 and a $2 coin. And that's it. So it costs, so instead of $15.24, it costs $18.25. So, but okay, so I wasn't quick with changing the angle on this because I have to shut the recording off, flip it, and then press record again. And because I'm out of it, completely out of it, I couldn't show another frustrated person. I mean, it's happened to me too, like, in the subway, and there's just people just stop on the stairs. But it has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Because when I feel good, that doesn't bother me. I just move out of the way. But if people are frustrated, like, okay, just to tell you, this is not Manhattan. And even Manhattan, they can go fuck themselves. They really can. If 9/11 happened again in Manhattan, I hope it would kill everyone who transplanted there and thought they were something. Fucking kill them. I'm just saying, you can tell how angry I am. But do the same thing here for people who transplant and then they think they get frustrated over nothing. Kill them, bring them up to LA to Palisades, Pacific Palisades, and just burn them in their houses. All right. So it was really bad in the subway. My mind was racing with anger and revenge fantasies and telling people off and being very insulting. So I don't even think it's low blood sugar. I mean, I got my bagels and my smoked salmon cream cheese or smoked salmon spread, and yeah, I'm hungry, but it's not like hunger. But I did it because I bought it because I wanted to, you know. I guess yeah, I wanted to. So, yeah, I really have to control my tongue. But I'm leaving that clip in because that's part of me, so, you know. So I was thinking about my sex date, because I'm not actively looking. I don't know where to look. Well, I mean, I don't know where to look for people in common, with things in common. Let me be precise about that. But the sex date, he texted me again, and a couple of times I brought up that we should be doing, you know, something else, or at least I want to. And he's the one he said we should get married, and I'm like, no, I'm not giving you permanent residency. You get on your own, my dear. Get that shit on your own, you know. But yeah, I mean, all the red flags are there, but I have no other options, and that makes me, you know, mad at the moment, angry at the moment. Lost, hopeless, whatever you want to call it, you know. It's difficult for me, and it always has been, for me to find people with common interest and an attraction, which is, you know. But then yesterday I saw Vegan Gains. I don't know if you follow him. He's getting a divorce, finally. And he went on FitX, I think, who does a lot of looks maxing type videos. And so he wanted advice, and he said, it wasn't trolling though, he said, you know, that he was diagnosed antisocial personality, and he doesn't get along with a lot of people, blah, blah, blah. So that's good for me to watch, but he's not, even though Jasmine, his wife, is, you know, on the spectrum, let's say. I don't know if she's on the spectrum, she could be, but I mean on the spectrum between 0 and 1, cis and trans, or he and she, somewhere there on that spectrum, or off the spectrum, non-binary, is what I mean. It wasn't the case when they first got together, but he was getting divorced anyways, 8 years ago. The videos are up there. He was mentioning that, and then he baited and went for it anyways. So she got her permanent residency in Canada, and she got everything paid for by the one and only Richard. But anyways. All right, so we're 9:06 a.m. That wasn't good. All right, I just realized I'm putting this camera up on the against the spray bottle and bleach. I didn't do the bleach solution I need. That's the last thing I'm doing before I leave. I woke up at 5 something, went to the bathroom and decided to stay up. I went to bed around 11 something, so it was about 6 hours sleep. I have 1 dose of caffeine in me. I'm heading off to a gym, and I was debating which gym to go to because I'm looking for, as most, a good atmosphere, a sense of family, people I know, but motivating people. And I don't know where to find it, but I was going to go to the one I went yesterday, which seems to be the one. But then I'm like, wait, why don't I go to the one close to me? Because I had fun at this time, and I would stay long, because I'm working the whole week, pretty much. But I'm like, no, go to the first one because it's nice, but then I gotta make copies at Staples because this video is a couple of days after the first few clips, but I had done videos yesterday, and or did I? I did, but I didn't talk about. When I was at Staples making copies, I made copies of the answers and not the answer sheets. So I was giving people their exams with the answers. And I'm like, oh, thank God I had about 9, because there were 12 people in the class. I had 9 answer sheets. And then the other 3 I had to give from another course, because it was it was only 10 multiple choice questions. But then I had to give an answer sheet that had like 30 answers on it. And I just blocked it off and I said, just do the first 10, So I have to go take care of that, but then I'm teaching tomorrow. That's why I have my hockey bag's always here. But I'm teaching for someone else. And I have to make copies of those things. Yeah. So there's a lot. So it's a lot of doom and gloom today, but I am making myself go out because I need to. My body is sore, but this is always the good time to kind of get into, like yesterday, I didn't do much. I did 2 sets of squats, like 1 warm-up set and 1 working set. And my right ankle was pinching, and I was like, no, I'm just going to stop there. Just do 1 set. Did cardio, and the cardio was hard to do. The bike, I haven't gone at between 50 and 60 rotations per minute in almost a year, because I was improving. I mean, my leg endurance is okay, but I was like, nothing was happening, and I had to keep that for like 21 minutes and 39 seconds, which I did, but I was like, wow, okay, I need to recuperate. But also I did it after work and sleep deprived and all that stuff. So I note that stuff, but usually, naturally, I'm able to do 65 and 70 rotations per minute. But the resistance on that bike was pretty hard also. I haven't gotten back to doing my intervals. That's just it, But I'm better than when I first started, which is a year or 2 ago. Let's say a couple of years, and then actually a year, because when I hurt my knees. So that's good. It's good that I'm introspective about that, at least. So anyway, so then I'm like, I saw Flexi YouTube. I don't know what his YouTube channel is, but he uses the word Flexi all the time because it's a stretching, pretty much, YouTube channel. And he was doing a warm-up. I saw a long-form video of his, which is rare, which is something I want to do, but he was doing a warm-up, and it was just all the stretches, and it kind of got me on my shell to kind of not, like, to have a stretch-focused workout, 1 stretch, but then the rest, you're still warming up, You know what I mean? So it doesn't go like with weight training, also bodybuilding. It's like can't go that long with not doing something. You know what I mean? So I'm always doing something to warm up, but I'm not pushing it, and that's my warm up. And I have to get that back into my head to do that. You know, so I don't always feel like I'm catching up. Same thing with the weight training. Of course, I was focusing on legs and arms. But now that everything is sore and things need to be done, it'll probably be like one set of everything. You know what I mean? Because then the whole week I'm working. But I don't. Things change with my schedule, so it's like I know tomorrow I gotta drag that bag with the mannequins. I gotta add another mannequin that I have. But the next day it's at the same place, but it's gonna be less problematic. I don't have to bring that bag. So I'll probably go to the gym after that. Even though I was tired like yesterday. Well, I wasn't tired. I mean, I did what I had to do, you know? Or what I could do without pushing it too far. And then the next day I can't, because I'll be working at my original place. But then the day after, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think it's Friday, something like that. Well, we're Monday, Tuesday, tomorrow and Wednesday I'm at that person's contract. The day after I'm at my regular place. So it must be Friday that I have an appointment with the nurse here for prep and stuff, but I only had sex once and it was just a tip for a second, so it's like, okay. But I'm keeping that appointment, but I don't have anything else for that, but that's another day I can go to the gym. So that's 2 days covered there. And Saturday and Sunday I work at the regular place. So there's that. Maybe Sunday, depending on if it's a short day like it was yesterday. So I got to keep that in mind all the time because my schedule goes all over the place. And yeah, so I've been watching a lot of doom and gloom videos this morning. You know, people with financial problems, retiring and all that stuff, and not retiring, having work and all that stuff. Yeah, it's very sad, but I always have to keep thinking of that, you know, because of the problem I'm in right now, keep myself going. Yeah, I haven't eaten yet, but I have all my pancakes with me, so let me just get out of here. All right, it's 9:28. And see, from the last clip, it was 9:06, now it's 9:28. I had to take another poop with my scarf and everything on, and yeah. And now I got the urge to go to the original gym, and then maybe Walmart. I have to do copies. I'll probably do copies at the other mall. Like that's how I operate. That's how I roll. There's like a rotation of things, and then it depends on my mood, and then becomes a spontaneous thing. All right, so an FYI, I didn't take a shower yesterday, and I did wash my face, oil my hair, you know, brush my teeth, floss. But then I was like, whatever. And time was passing by because I was kind of like, you know, just relaxing, vegging, I guess. So then I went to bed. Instead of going to bed at 1, I went to bed at 11 something. So then I started again this morning, you know, the teeth. The hair's fine. Well, I had to put pins in it later on, but other than that, it was good. The face, deodorant. Or antiperspirant, sorry, because deodorant, I have a few sticks of that, but I get severe dermatitis from that irritation. So I just use it up once a week. I'll do it once. I have to use the white stuff. So then I had my shirt on. Then the lower half. This is including rubbing out, you know. I do it a lot more now. I stopped for a bit, but I do it a lot more now because it's one of my coping mechanisms. So then went to the bathroom once, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm good, because I'm not going to eat it. It's not going to stimulate anything. So then, you know, I powdered it a lot. Like, I don't use toilet paper. I use, I mentioned it before, briefly. I call it the Muslim method, because I have a bottle of water. I don't have a bidet. I use a bottle of water in my hand. In fact, yeah. Hover over the toilet and just, you know, keep filling the bottle up with water from the bathtub right next to me until it's good, you know. I don't towel dry it afterwards or whatever. I don't use toilet paper. I put my shorts back on, wash my hands like crazy, several times, put Vaseline on my hands right after. So then when it feels a little dry, when it starts to dry down there, I'll put Isles paste, which is like the best bum cream, you know. Yeah. But this time I used powder because I had washed down there. Yeah, that's what I did. I washed down there. I forgot that. With a hand rag, face towel, which I'm gonna, you know, when I wash them, I use bleach. So I don't use them on my face. Yeah. All right, waiting for the subway. Oh, subway's coming. I don't know how much of this video I can upload because I tried it 2 days ago and it said, you know, memory full. I couldn't render the whole movie. It was 27 minutes. So I had to cut it short. Yeah. So it's 9:51, and as I said, it happened again. The phone will not render the video clips because there's not enough room. So then I removed a few. It still didn't work. So I don't know. I think it's because I removed so many photos and videos. I only have a couple back on, but I think I'm gonna remove them again. But I think a lot of this space might be from, I don't know, there's one of the apps, some other app. I gotta check it again. But yeah, it's not a priority. It's priority, but it's not really a priority. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer these video clips onto my laptop and then put them onto, what do I use? OpenShot, and then upload it from there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm almost at the gym. Another couple minutes. All right, it's 12:30. Whoa. It's 12:37. Just got out of the gym. We're still the 16th? I don't know. I forgot. I had I had my 3 doses of caffeine. But I cut it short on the workout. I did 2 hours. The cardio. I started doing dynamic stretching, meaning just flow from one stretch to the other, just to stretch it a little bit, not to hold it for minutes. Just to kind of loosen everything up because I'm stiff as fuck. And I'm sore. One of my ankles, the original one, pinches, and so just to kind of go through it as a warm-up. But then I made one stretch, my rotator cuff, as a primary stretch to improve it, and it did today. So I like that option, and my energy wasn't dying. I cut it short to not do that. So I managed to do straight arm push downs, more sets than usual, rear delts, which I haven't done in a while, and I was good on that, and I did more sets. So that was promising. And foam rolled my back, of course, but that was about it. And it took me 2 hours because it takes me almost like 21 minutes and 40 seconds to do the cardio. And then, all the lollygagging. Well, I don't lollygag, but I mean, prep work and whatever. It took about 2 hours. So, so I worked on a couple small muscles. I was going to do my arms and stuff, but then I'm like, no, it was noon. Okay, I gotta go through other things. What else did I do for weights? No, that was it. Did 4 sets of the straight arm push downs, 4 sets of the rear delts. Yeah. I worked those very well. I feel my rear delts. My back I'm gonna feel. Yeah, that's how I do it. But I like the fact that I added the dynamic stretching, and I gotta incorporate that. That's important. And it's weird because with all these stretches, like, it takes me a while to incorporate something because I have to see if it works with my schedule, if I could keep it up. And so I got to a point where I was doing all these stretches, but I was always trying to keep up, catch up, sorry. And then I saw Flexi, and I'm like, oh, I should do that. I think I need that. And I did, and it's good. Because like I said, my right ankle is pinching, so the squat stretch wasn't very good. But that's fine. I'm not pushing it. I'm just trying to, it's like an upkeep or a reset, as people say. So I come in stiff and then I reset to I'm a little looser, so I feel better. It's not for improvement. It's just for getting to a functional point, especially when everything hurts. My low back is fragile. I did the Cobra stretch, which was good, but my low back is fragile. It needs to recuperate too. My left elbow, like when I went into the Cobra stretch, I go from a push-up. I wanted to do dips, and of course, I started with whatever was available. That's what happens at this gym. mostly. But I always had the problem with going into the push-up and like feeling that my elbow will twinge. So I was close to that. It wasn't painful, but I caught myself compensating. So I have to be careful with that. But that's also the shoulder. When I was doing the straight arm push downs, I had to make sure that it's not pinching. So I really had to make sure the muscles were activated around my scapula. And then when I push, there's not that pinch, you know? And the same thing with the rear delts, which went very well for the left side. The right side too, but I feel it more on the left side because my left side for those two exercises are weak points. My left rotator cuff, like bringing my arm behind my back, the internal rotation is better on the left side than the right. It's weird. There's like, with the body, you can't just do black and white. It's not binary. You can't just do, okay, do this one stretch, do this one stretch. You have to keep going through different angles and see. You could be good on one thing with one side and then bad on one thing with the other, with the same side, you know? So it's exploring, you know? That's important. So that's what's good about the dynamic stretching, is that I could do a lot of them. Just hold it for a couple of seconds, maybe, and then do a lot. Like I did I think I know like 10 to 15 stretches that I usually do. Wasn't really flowing. It was just like going from one to the other. And then I repeated it 2 or 3 times, like a little circuit. I think that's very good. That's more conducive to the body. And then I could focus on a couple of weight training exercises and a specific improving stretching exercise. So I like that concept. So we'll see how things go with that. But that was positive. All right. I thought I was going to Walmart. I know I have to do copies at Staples. But then I'm like, nah. I don't want to get tacos or whatever, make tacos or whatever. Well, I need to get some flour, but I still have 2 bags of flour. So that could hold out. So I'm going to go to Staples right away. I have to pee. That's the pre-workout still coming out, the caffeine. I just had it. And I'm going to go to Chinatown and get more noodles and stuff. But who knows? In about a minute, I might change my mind. So, I don't know.